A named storm can freeze your home closing even if the sky outside is perfectly blue. If you're buying a home anywhere in Tampa Bay between June 1st and November 13th, that's hurricane season. And there are 5 things that work differently than they do the rest of the year. Your insurance, your inspection, your contract, even your negotiating power. Nobody tells you these things until you're in the transaction, and number 1 has delayed more closings than anything else I've seen. So let's get started. I'll give you the exact move to make for each one so you can buy this summer with confidence instead of crossing your fingers. I'm Tamily Abdo, local real estate agent here in the Tampa Bay area, and we close with buyers all the way through hurricane season every single year. Let's go over number 1. Thing number 1, the moment a tropical storm or hurricane gets an official name from the National Hurricane Center and threatens Florida, most insurance companies hit pause, and it's called a binding moratorium. They temporarily stop issuing new policies and stop making changes to existing ones until the storm passes. Now, here's why that matters to you as a buyer. Your lender will not let you close without an active homeowner's insurance policy in place. If you do not bound your policy, that means no closing. So if a storm gets named 3 days before your closing date and you haven't locked in your insurance yet, you're not closing on time. The sky can be blue, the house can be perfect, but it doesn't matter. And here's the move. It's simple. Bind your insurance early. The week your offer is accepted, your insurance shopping starts, not the week of closing. And most carriers will let you bind a policy with a future effective date. Your agent and your lender should both be pushing for this, and if they're not, you push them. Buyers who bind early sell through storm season. Buyers who wait learn this lesson the expensive way. Quick thing before we keep moving. My team showed me the numbers this week and it surprised me. 97% of you watching are not subscribed to the channel. And some of you who have actually told us that YouTube auto unsubscribes people randomly without asking. So I'm gonna ask you for a favor. Take a look at the button under the video right now, and if it says subscribe, then you're good, and thank you, seriously. But if it says subscribe, could you please tap it? I cover exactly this kind of Tampa Bay home buying protection every Thursday. Subscribers see them first. All right, let's get back into number 2 about flood insurance and its 30-day trap in it. Let's go over number 2. Flood insurance. This is a separate policy from your homeowner's insurance. Homeowner's insurance does not cover flood, and the National Flood Insurance Program that the federal program most flood policies run through typically have a 30-day waiting period before a new policy takes effect. 30 days. Now think about hurricane season math. If you wait until a storm is on the radar to buy flood coverage, you're already too late. That's why people say hurricane season really starts in May, not in June. But there's a big exception that helps home buyers specifically. When flood insurance is required by your lender as a condition of your mortgage, the policy is effective immediately at loan closing. No 30-day wait, and that waiting period is mainly a problem for 2 groups. Cash buyers and buyers in an optional flood zone who decide they want the coverage anyway. Quick disclaimer here. I am a real estate professional, not a mortgage company or an insurance company. So please confirm your specific flood requirements and effective dates with a licensed lender and an insurance agent for your situation. The move. Ask for the flood zone determination the day you get serious about a house. If it's in a special flood zone hazard area, your lender will require flood coverage. Build the premium into your monthly budget before you offer, because on some properties, it changes the whole affordability picture. And if you're paying cash, start your flood policy clock immediately. Your 30 days are ticking from day 1. Thing number 3. In Florida, your inspection isn't just about finding problems, it's about whether the house is insurable and at what price. And in hurricane season, carriers are at their pickiest. 3 reports matter. First, the 4-point inspection, which should include your roof, electrical, plumbing, and HVAC systems. Many carriers require it, and older homes before they write a policy at all. Second, and this one saves you money, the wind mitigation report. It documents the features that help your home stand up to wind. How the roof is attached, is it hurricane straps or clips? Impact windows, garage door ratings. Every qualifying feature can earn you discounts on the wind portion of your premium. We've seen wind mitigation reports meaningfully cut a buyer's insurance quote. And in some of these situations, it's the best money you spend in the whole transaction. And remember, these are estimates. Every carrier scores it differently, and you want this report. Period. Screenshot this checklist right now. This is the whole episode in one screen, and the last item on that list is coming up. The move for thing 3. Order the wind mitigation with your inspection. Same visit and ask the listing agent the roof's age before you even write the offer. One question saves you weeks. Let's go over number 4. The standard Florida purchase contract used across Tampa Bay has language built in for exactly this season, and almost no buyer reads it until the storm is already on the map. 2 pieces that you want to understand. Generally, and then your agent walks you through specific contract. First, force majeure. In hurricanes, it makes it impossible to close on time. Power can be out, offices are closed, and no insurance binding. That standard language extends the closing rather than killing the deal. You're typically not in breach because a storm rolled through. The deal pauses, but it does not die. Second, risk of loss. In the standard Florida contract, if the property is damaged before closing, restoration up to a small percentage of the purchase price is generally the seller's responsibility. If damages run beyond that threshold, the buyer typically gets a choice. Take the property with a credit or restoration, or walk away with the deposit. I'm speaking generally here. Contracts get modified, every deal is different, and this is exactly the conversation to have with your agent and, when needed, a real estate attorney before you sign. The move here is, before you sign, have your agent show you the force majeure section and the risk of loss section in your contract. 5 minutes. Then if a storm shows up in week 3 of your transaction, you already know the rules, while every other buyer in Tampa Bay is panic and Googling. And one practical add-on, if a storm does pass through before closing, do a fresh walkthrough after it clears, always, even if everything looks fine from the street. And just a quick FYI and pro tip, when storms do pass and your insurance is bound, the insurance company may still want a re-inspect. So don't be surprised if the carrier does request one prior to closing. If you're getting value from this, tap subscribe real quick. It helps more Tampa Bay buyers find these. Okay, let's go over number 5. This is the one that actually works in your favor. All right, number 5. And after 4 warnings, here's the good news nobody tells you. Hurricane season is one of the best negotiating windows of the year for Tampa Bay buyers. Think about who's shopping in July and August. Fewer out-of-state buyers fly in, some local buyers sit out until fall just in case. Meanwhile, sellers who list in summer usually need to move. We're talking job relocation, new construction, closing, life happening. Motivated sellers plus thinner competition equals leverage. And in 2026 specifically, that seasonal edge stacks on top of a market that's already friendlier to buyers than it's been in years. Inventory across Tampa Bay is up roughly 18% over the last year and around 3.8 months of supply. And sellers are saying yes to repair credits and closing cost help again. Those are estimates and they shift monthly, but the direction is real. So the move is use the season, don't fear it. Ask for the repair credit, ask for the closing cost contribution, and ask for the home warranty. The buyers who transact between June and November with the 5 protections we just covered routinely get terms that January buyers can only dream about. So preparation turns hurricane season from risk into an advantage. That's the whole episode in one sentence. Time for Q&A. So we have 3 real questions from our buyers, and here are some quick answers. Question number 1, should I wait until December to buy? And the answer is, it really is completely up to you if you want to wait till December, because the situation is going to be different for everyone. But I will say this, you'll be competing with every other buyer who's thinking the same. And if you give negotiation leverage that we just talked about, if you give that up, there's no wrong season. There's only prepared and unprepared. Question number 2, what if a storm is named during my closing week? I suggest to take a deep breath. If your insurance was already bound, then you're most likely fine and may close on schedule. If you're not, your closing extends under the contract language from the section 4 that we covered. So you close when the binding reopens once the storm passes. So this is exactly why we should prioritize unbinding our insurance. Once we go to contract, start shopping for that and get it done as quickly as possible. Number 3, do all Tampa Bay homes need flood insurance? No. Your property will only require flood insurance if you're in a zone where there is flood coverage is required. Now, you have an optional opportunity that if you do want to carry flood, you can on a property that's not required at a much deeper discount. But your lender will require flood insurance if the area you're zoned is in a required flood hazard area. If you're thinking about buying a home in Tampa Bay this summer and you want a team that's closed through every kind of weather, call or text us. The number is 813-669-0857. The number's on the screen and below in the description. We'll walk you through your specific situation, cover all of these topics before you even write an offer. I'm Tamily Abdo, local real estate agent here in Tampa Bay area, and I look forward to seeing you on our next episode.